Hey, everybody. Merry Christmas. I hope Santa was good to you this year. We canceled Christmas because we have too many outstanding dental bills. Yeah, sometimes it's a trade off, but we do have the holiday spirit in my home. And I hope you have a lot of blessings. And I hope in the new year, if it's your desire, I hope you find love. I know there's a lot of people spending this chapter of their lives on their own, solo, whatever you want to call it. But I believe in love, and I think love can happen at any age. And it's just, you have to have the intention of having it in your life. So, they talk about New Year's resolutions. How about a resolution or an intention to have someone to share this chapter with? Love comes in many different forms. Okay. Can you find love in your 60s or 70s? Listen, my husband and I got married in our 60s. We were a late in life marriage, and it was a very, very good decision, a happy decision. We were both established. We were both well established. We both had homes paid for, and we merged and created a life of our own. And it's been wonderful. It's been wonderful. So if you're a senior and you're single right now, don't write yourself off as far as being with somebody. Just look at it this way. Once you put the intention out there, allow that person to come into your life. Now, in my situation, here's a little story. I ended up marrying a gentleman that I had been involved with, almost 20 years ago. I was single. He was single. He was a single dad. I was not a single mom because I never had kids by choice. By the way, I never regretted it. Still don't. Because you got to do you. Okay. And that was doing me. We had a relationship that spanned about a 6-year period, and we decided to go our separate ways, and probably for the best because he had 4 kids and I was not step parent material. And I do think that if we had gotten married at that point, we would have ended up in divorce probably over his kids. And that's just being honest. Okay. I think one thing you have to do is have realistic expectations that love later in life is not going to be the way it was when you were in your 20s or 30s. All those romantic expectations are not realistic. You can have romance. I'm not saying that, my husband would get me roses once in a while, send me cards, writes me little love letters. He does that kind of stuff. But it's not as intense as it was when you were younger. It's not such a do or die situation like, I can't live without this person. I'm attached. They finish my thoughts. It's nothing like that. Okay. It's just like having a very good friend. Yeah. It's like having somebody in your corner. And I think that if you want that in your life, you deserve to have that. Now, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with living a single life. I was very happily single. I was single most of my adult life. And I was on the dating merry-go-round, the relationship merry-go-round, until one day I just said, you know what? This is futile. It's an exercise in futility. I'm never happy when I'm dating somebody or seeing somebody. There's always these unrealized expectations. The guy is never looking for the same things I'm looking for. It's like it consumes a lot of your energy to be in a relationship. And the way I used to feel about it was during my work life, but I was too tired most of the time to be in a relationship. And that's the truth. And I'm talking like already into my 40s and 50s. I was too tired for it. Number one, you have to keep the roof over your head. Your first obligation is going to be to your job. That's just the reality. And making room in your life for somebody else. When you're a woman in a relationship, the expectations are a lot different than if you're a man in a relationship. And if you're a traditionalist, you're gonna have a lot of expectations that she's going to be cooking for you and maybe cleaning for you. And I would tell you now that if you have a situation like that in your life where you're mommy to a grown man, you need to take a look at yourself. It should be the other way around. If anything, he should be bringing equal to the table, and he should be doing equal in the relationship. If you don't have that going on, you need to keep your options open. So anyhow, in my particular case, I was very happily single once I decided to get off the relationship merry-go-round. I was self-sufficient. I had a job that I was at peace with. I'm not saying I was in love with my job, but I was at peace with it. I made a decent living. I could support myself. I retired with a pension. I was very fortunate to have a union job. I was a Teamster. Go Teamsters. And it enabled me to have a pretty decent standard of living. I never depended on anyone for support except myself. And I was able to build a little bit of wealth. And what happened around 2020, my parents are long deceased. I have one sibling. I have to say had, an older brother, 3.5 years older than me, who passed away suddenly in 2020. He was 69 years old. And I don't know, that kind of hit me like, wow, you anticipate your parents passing away, but when it's your sibling, it's a gut punch. It is. Let me collect myself here. You find yourself being an orphan. I was an orphan. I didn't have any kids. I didn't have any more siblings. And there you are. But what happened? I said to myself, I'm not going to be an orphan very long. And guess what? In 2020, I married my husband. Same year, at the end of the year. My brother passed away early in 2020. By the end of 2020, I was married. I was living in my dream house. Retired. I retired in 2020, living my dream life. So it's all what you intend for yourself. Okay. And if you intend love, you will have love. I'm not saying that love comes knocking at your door. You have to take a little action yourself. Put yourself in situations where you could meet somebody. Don't, meeting online, I'm going to tell you that is another exercise in futility. People misrepresent themselves. There's a lot of scams going on. Hey, go on. God, I had to collect myself there for a minute. I was feeling a little emotional, because it is Christmas and everything. So, but back to the subject at hand. You can have love. Okay. Love knows no age. There is no expiration date on it. There's no age limit. Men are visual creatures. We all know this. If you're a woman, you know this. So doll yourself up a little, babe. Put on a nice outfit. Go get your hair done. Go get a makeover. Seriously, go get a makeover. It's a new year. Maybe it's time for a new you. All right? Be the prize. You be the prize, because you are. Okay, well, hopefully we'll have more discussions like this in 2026. And I hope Santa was good to you this year. And most of all, I hope you're being good to yourself. My name is Suzanne Harper. I am your well-seasoned sister. And if you enjoyed the video today, if anything resonated with you, please give me a like and subscribe to the channel. Show me some love. Don't be shy. Hit that subscribe button. And give me a like, because here's what happens. When the algorithm sees that people like your video, they keep you in the feed. They keep pushing you out to the public. And I'm hoping this video ends up with somebody that needed to hear it. Okay? So Happy New Year. I will talk to you in the next one. Have a great day, everyone. Bye.